Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back. Sorry for the mask. It's my location. Um, so glad that you guys are here. So grateful for your comments. So welcome to my carbon. As you guys notice, my carbon is never always at home. Maybe I don't think I've only had 4 or 5 videos that I made at home. I'm always someplace else, which I apologize for because I'm always in between time. So, I have a lot to talk about, but in very little time. So, let me see what I can do. So, I don't think I'm going to talk about everything that I have to talk about. So, first of all, I came across an individual who was talking about the reactors. And I really have to address this because this person was talking about positive and negatives not attracting. Hello? If you're going to talk about positive and negative, we're talking about chemistry. And if we're talking about chemistry, you don't have any reactions, you don't even have life. Okay, so this person mentioned water. Okay, so we know that water has both positive and negative charges. So let me see if I can show you this. Okay, so because I think this person forgot their chemistry when they were talking about positive and negative. What do they say in chemistry is that opposites attract. Why? Since we use water as the example, I'm going to use water as my example. So in water, I'm going to use this. We have one oxygen, okay, and that oxygen has 6 electrons in it. So because it has 6 electrons, it is negatively charged. So the negative charge of the electron of that oxygen atom will grab positive hydrogens, 2 of them, and it creates the water molecule. So, sorry, I have my friends over there. They're saying they're doing something, but anyway, I'm still gonna make this video. So you have 2 hydrogen atoms, and those hydrogen atoms happen to be positive charges. They're positive, and the oxygen is negative. So this is why the oxygen pulls it. And pulls the positive charges. It is attracted to the positive charges. But you still have 4. Now these are the 2 negatives that attracted that atom, those the proton of the hydrogens. However, you still have 4. I'm going to draw them. You still have 4 electrons left on that hydrogen, on that oxygen. So those 4 electrons are they're negatively charged, so it creates what is called polarity, and that polarity is gonna attract the hydrogen of another water atom because that hydrogen is slightly positive, so it's gonna attract it, and that's how you get. Okay, we know that these are covalently bonded, but this is how you get the property that you have in water, where you have those hydrogen bonds, because this oxygen, which is polar and negative on one side and slightly positive on the other side, the polar side is going to attract more hydrogen, and you're going to get that hydronium where you have the 3 positive atoms around the 1 oxygen. Now that's an example where the hydrogen has more electrons, which are the negative charges. But you can have carbon, which is neutral. So carbon, which is neutral, and because a person talked about water and oil, because we know oil has a lot of carbon and hydrogen, because it's just like carbon chains, so methyl chains. All right, so we know that the carbon and the hydrogen, okay, when they're together, they are sort of stable, so they're not very reactive. Okay, so if you don't have reactions, you don't have enzymes, because our proteins is slightly negative. So when we talk about negativity and positivity, we need both, because without both, we don't have life. Okay, so I just wanted to make a note of that, speaking of the chemistry of the positive and negativity. So negative and positive create reactions. Without reactions, there is no life. All right, that's how chemistry works. So if she can explain more what she means when she is talking, because if you're going to use abstractions, abstractions don't tell you anything. They're just because abstractions can always be debated. So I think you are using abstraction. So I'm showing you the positive and negative in the concrete, okay? Because a lot of us think concretely anyway. So why not use the concrete in order to be able to debate an item? So instead of using abstractions, because when you say somebody's positive or somebody's negative and that they don't mix, no. Positive and negatives, they always mix, because the thing about putting people into the box of being positive or the box of being negative, that's foolishness. That's absolute foolishness, because we are very complex human beings. Okay, so I did want to make a note of that. So a little bit of chemistry. Positives and negatives, they are tracking. That's how we live. That's how we survive. All right, there would be no life whatsoever without that. The other thing that I wanted to make note of is I wanted to address Marwa. I noticed that Marwa had a conversation yesterday, actually, with Mr. Matua about what shocked him in the U.S., and one of them had to do with kids. And Marwa was stepping a little bit too far, I think, because of the fact that Mr. Matua was looking at him, but Mr. Matua always has that kind face, okay? But it was as if he was implying that Mr. Matua's kids are spoiled, that they don't work, they don't do anything. Meanwhile, Mr. Matua has suggested several times for Marwa to work, and he has not worked. He has not even talked about work permits. Because Marwa, this is really a way to upkeep your dignity and all of this that's being said out there. Because if you are able to do, like, say, a small job, you can take the cash that you have, you put it in a bank in a CD. Right now, actually, the CDs are going very high because, in fact, they just brought them up today, a quarter of a base point. All right, so that means that you might be able to find CDs at 5.5% or 6%. So you say you have $10,000 in your hand. So if you take that $10,000, okay, and you put it in the bank, and let's say in 1 year, 6% of $6,000 will give you $600, and they will pay you. They can pay you monthly. So that's about $50 for your travels, and your $10,000 will always remain there. And then hold on one second, because hold on. I'm almost done with my break because I just have to do my little video. You see my friends here. You know, they don't want me to make my little reaction here. But anyway, I'm gonna finish this reaction. Yeah. So you can consider. So guys, Marwa, you can consider making that little investment and then investing a little bit of your time in making the cash so you can travel. So I know $50 a month wherever you're gonna go may not be a lot, but hey, it's still something. So just consider that. That's my little tip for you, because my friends want me to go, so I talk too much. So anyway, please jot your comments. Don't forget to comment. I just did. So I had a lot of other things to talk to you guys about, in another day. Ciao. Bye, guys.